Hi, so this is the answer to a question which was something like, if you're coming up to a closed junction you can't see on approach, would you signal if you're going left or right? And the answer is basically yes, you would, because you can't see, therefore you don't know what's there, therefore you should signal, because as you come around the corner there could be a cyclist, pedestrian, someone crossing the road on the left, for example. So yeah, if you're going to go left or right at a junction, the examiners for a part 2 and an hour test would normally expect you to signal. That would also include if you're coming up to normally a set of traffic lights or a junction that's got a left only arrow, you would still signal left because you can't necessarily see round the corner. And even if you could see round the corner, you could argue, well, people know I'm going left, I'm in the left hand lane. But if someone's waiting to emerge from the road on your left, they can't see the arrow potentially because you're on it and other vehicles are on it. And also, as an advanced driver myself, or advanced thinker, which is what the part 2 is about, if I was in the lane next to them, in other words the right lane, and they weren't indicating left but they were in the left lane, I'd be a little bit wary they might go straight on from that lane, because some people do, because we're told left lane straight on unless otherwise, and people don't always see road markings and signs. So if I'm on the right hand side of them and they're in the left lane for going left and not signalling, I'm going to be a little bit wary when I pull away at the traffic light. So it's what would be known as a confirmation signal. I know that's not quite the question, but it's adding to the question, if you like. So I would say at most junctions, if not all junctions, you would signal to go left or right. The only exception to that may be if you were turning left onto a one-way street and you couldn't go right and your position was all the way over to the left and it was very obvious to everyone, then you may not need to. But as one contributor said to the answer to the question, is if it's not going to confuse, you're not going to be marked down anyway. Wouldn't necessarily say always just signal, because you need to make informed decisions, but most of the time the answer would be to signal once you've made that informed decision.